Wow, the energy of this full moon is so strong. I don't know about you, but I was feeling it prior to the beginning of the full moon, where things from the past came up with me, where it literally brought me into tears. And but I'm fine now. But I was reading the comments under my last video. We and I saw that several people mentioned that they were either feeling depressed or sad every time there's a full moon. And I said, let me just come here and share my thoughts and what has worked for me. Usually, the full moon is the time of manifesting and the time of fruition, and it's also the time to release. But what I noticed is when I started following the moon cycles is that whatever my mindset was or whatever intention I was setting during the new moon, when the full moon came around, it intensified. So in other words, if I'm feeling any type of emotion during a new moon, and it is an emotion that really isn't serving me, but I focus on that emotion and I feed into that emotion and I don't release that emotion, what usually happens within the next 2 weeks when the full moon comes around, that emotion is amplified. Okay? And this is so relevant because I remember this new moon towards the end of July, I was thinking about my family. Okay, and my family, we don't talk as much. And for some odd reason, 2 days before the full moon, I was in tears, missing my family. Of course, I've been on this lonely spiritual journey, and it has taken me apart from my family. But I recall during the full moon in July, I was thinking about my family, and then this full moon, the feeling intensified to the point, like I said, it brought me in tears. But this is what I want to process. Emotions. What are emotions? Emotions, especially when you're feeling depressed or when you're feeling sad. For me, spiritually, what I have learned and I continue to learn is that during that time, that is a spiritual transformation taking place. Most likely, sometimes you feel like you're depressed and you feel like you're in a dark space. But here's the thing: usually we have to birth things from the dark. And sometimes being in the dark is necessary because that is where you have to journey into the deepest aspects of your soul. And so this darkness or the dark night or your shadow, that is sometimes, the doorway for a renewal of yourself or a transformation or a spiritual, it's a spiritual awakening. Because think about it, when you plant a seed, you put it into the dirt. When a baby is conceived, it is conceived in the darkness in the womb of its mother. And when you close your eyes, what do you see? Darkness. But in that darkness, that is where birth is. That is where birth is created. So in the process of self-discovery, you're going to feel that you're in these dark spaces. And perhaps it may be because you're experiencing an emotional conflict or turmoil. You know how sometimes you have to go back and forth with being disconnected, not even understanding who you are, because you've been conditioned to believe that you're someone that you're not, or to believe in aspects or in ideations that are against who you truly are. So when this occurs to me, feeling deep depression, feeling in a dark place, or feeling sad, to me this is your soul reaching out to you, that you are in disharmony with your true nature. So take a look at your conditioned self. Take a look at what you were taught, and then take a look at who you truly are. And this may take that you may have to take out paper and pencil. I always use paper and pencil for everything, and write down these things. Write down who your conditioned self is. Make a column, make 2 columns. Write down who your conditioned self is, and then on the second column, write down who you truly are. What are the things that will make you smile? No one else but you. What are the things that are pleasing to you? And then sometimes that is going to take that you go deep, deep, deep within your soul and try to find those aspects that we call our shadow self, things that, tick you off, things that annoy you, things that make you mad. You have to write those things down and then see, why do they make you mad? And then you process that within yourself. You may want to share that with someone that feels special to you, that's going to be non-judgmental. But you have to go through that process and find out that you are duality. But you can also be balanced while you're in duality, because remember, black and white exist. Up and down exists. East and west exists. North and south exists. The sun and the moon exists. Day and night exists. So therefore, we too have those same aspects within ourselves. But we must find balance. We have to find balance between that light within us, and we have to find balance with that shadow aspect of ourselves. And this is what we've been taught, to get rid of the shadow aspects of ourselves, not to set boundaries, not to acknowledge, what ticks you off, not to speak about it, not to express your emotions, not to say what bothers you, but to suppress all of those feelings. And that's what we're talking. That is the problem, that we go into these modes of depression or being sad. Because for myself, of course, missing my family, yes, because I have been demonized. I have been looked upon as I am bad. I am whatever terminology they use, because it's not me. But this is why I am away from my family. But then, of course, I had to dismiss it. I'm human. I miss my family. Those are the people, my brothers and sisters. Those are the people that I was raised with. That I don't even feel comfortable around them, because I know it's going to feel, like I don't feel comfortable. Just I don't have a comfortable level. And then sometimes I'm like, what am I going to have a conversation again about with them? But then again, on the flip side, I miss them. So I had to process that emotion, and I'm fine. So this may be your invitation to your soul to live more fully in love, to be more deeply connected and rooted in who you truly are, to tune in to those shadow aspects of yourself. So I would suggest 432 hertz binaural beats frequency, because that helps to deal with the sadness and the the emotions. 528 hertz, it's for overthinking, anxiety, and depression. Just sometimes being quiet and just listening to your heart, taking a walk in nature, and preferably when you're in nature, bare feet, grounding yourself, connecting with Mother Nature. And you may also wish to hold on to a rose quartz, stay well hydrated, distill water or spring water, and rephrase the statement. Because I saw someone say, I am always depressed during a full moon. Rephrase that. During the full moon, I am always in bliss. Or the full moon energy amplifies the love in me, or whatever you want amplified, your happiness, your joy, whatever it is that you want amplified. Start, paying attention to new moon. During the new moon, what is it that your mind is on? What is it that you're thinking about? What are your intentions? Because that's when you're planting that seed that is going to manifest during the full moon. I hope this has been helpful for you. A couple of you who have left the comments below, and so many other people. I wish you all, love and harmony and balance and peace, and just to live a life of bliss, because this planet is beautiful, and so are you. And don't ever, ever, ever underestimate the power of your true potential and your true being. Thank you for listening, and until next time, one love.